My email is guy@ciliguy.com. That's guy@ciliguy.com. So if you would like a copy of this recording or that sheet that we shared with you last week, if or 2 weeks ago on the other training, if you would like that and you didn't ask for the email or you forgot about it and you would like that, please send me an email. I'll be happy to send that out to you. Again, that is guy@ciliguy.com. So that being said, I got to get this out of my way because it's so distracting. All right. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to get into a little bit about, some of you come here with a wealth of experience. Some of you are brand new to network marketing, have absolutely no idea what this whole binary tree and sponsor tree stuff is all about, much less a holding tank. Now, many of you may have been involved in a binary plan before, but never experienced a holding tank. So the holding tank is really super powerful once you understand the strategy on how to actually utilize that. I'm going to cover that more towards the latter part. And then for those that are really serious and really want to know the in-depth, I'm actually going to go into a little bit of difference of what's the difference between the binary tree and the sponsor tree, because I know that is very, very confusing for a lot of people. If you've never been involved, I was looking for I thought I had it printed out and I don't. But on the chart, the compensation chart that we have, you have the team bonuses on there, and then you have the rank down at the bottom of that chart. That rank, and Brad explained this on a Monday night call just within the last month, within the last 2 weeks, I believe. But understand the rank is based off of your sponsor tree volume, and that is what determines how much you get paid on your team bonus, right? Your rank determines what you get paid on the team bonus. Now, if you're on a lateral bonus, a promotional bonus, you come in with a pro pack, you're at C5, you get paid as a C5 regardless for your first 3 months in the business. But then when that 3 months runs out, then you want to make sure you're maintaining C5 or higher. And to do that, that depends on your sponsor tree volume. What we're going to be talking, and I'm going to cover a little bit of that at the very end of this training for those that want to stay on for it. But the primary purpose of this training is to talk about, I sponsor these people, now what do I do with them, right? Because I get this question constantly. And on that getting started, let's go sheet that we talked about 2 weeks ago, one of the things I have on there is make sure you talk it with your plugged in upline before you start placing people. Unlike other companies that do not have a holding tank, what happens is as soon as you sponsor somebody, boom, they automatically get placed. It could be done by the computer, how you have it set up. It could be manually placed as you're signing the person up, but that doesn't apply here. All right. We have what's called a holding tank. So when you sign someone up, they're getting dropped into a holding tank. And that holding tank is your friend. I'm telling you, you can drive so much volume through that holding tank. That'll be a little bit of the strategy session that I'm going to cover towards the end here. But it's amazing the volume that you can drive. And we have done so in other companies. We used to teach this religiously in other companies. We haven't done so much here. All right. It's a little bit more difficult and challenging because we haven't been able to get together as a group for national conventions or even local trainings or anything because of the COVID pandemic. We're hoping to be able to get through all that here in time. But understand this, when you get started here, you're probably thinking primarily of your immediate influence, the people that you know, right? But understand there's a plethora of people out there. And each person that you bring in, my suggestion to you is to not look at that as one person. When I bring a person into my business, I see 10 people because I see them bringing in 10 people. Okay. Let's shrink that down a little bit because maybe that's too big of a vision for you. How about you think of 4 people every time or 5 people every time you sponsor somebody in? Them, the person you brought in, and their 4 people, they're going to go after the business builder fast start bonus. Now, also on that Let's Go sheet that I talked about 2 weeks ago, the very first thing is to get them on Verb app, then get them on the Telegram, and then start, going on from there. But one of those things on that sheet from the Verb app is to get them to watch this training. the Business Builder Fast Start Training by Brad Hager. Brad's got the what to do first. My suggestion is to have your new people that are excited and want to build, make sure they watch this. Now, this is on your under training videos in your Verb app. If you want to, you can just send this to them right from your Verb app. All right. But you want to get them watching this. There's many reasons why. I just watched it again last night just because it's been a little bit. And this video is phenomenal. And I would encourage, if the beginning's a little slow because Brad's building it up. But if you stay with it, the last 10 minutes of this video is very powerful because he gets into the strategy of building the team bonus. All right. So I'm not going to rehash what Brad already teaches. It's available to everybody here and should be watching within their first 48 hours, in my opinion, within their first 24 hours of getting started here. But at least within their first 2 days, they got to be watching this Builder Fast Start bonus if they want to be building a large organization, if they want to be making money. Because in here, if you can see these in this little still picture, you see these 4 blue or purple circles right here. This is you at the top. I could probably make this a little bigger. All right, this is you at the top, and you got 4 purple circles underneath, 2 on your left side, 2 on your right side. These are the person that you bring in, let's just say you or yourself, okay, you, and then you're sponsoring 4 people at an intro pack or higher in your first, hopefully in your first week, in your first month, whatever it is. All right, those 4 people. So now if I bring somebody on, let's say I bring somebody on and I put them right here, I'm thinking of their 4 people that they're going to be bringing into the organization. So when I sponsor somebody new, I'm not looking at one person. I said 10 people because that's really what I see. But let's break it down and keep it all aligned with this Business Builder Fast Start training. When I sponsor a person, I'm not seeing one person, I'm seeing 5. Them and the 4 people they're going to bring on through this Business Builder Fast Start training. All right. We have an amazing special going again this month. Last month was one of our best months in a long time with Cili. We've got an amazing special where you can just duplicate that again this month with all those people that were brought in last month and get them excited to start filling up their holding tank. All right. So which is really, we're going to start talking about how we're going to place people. But what I'm setting this thing up with is you got to have people in your holding tank to place to begin with. Right. So that means sponsoring people, bringing on new members. And the quickest, fastest way we know how to do that is with a VGO, of course. Right. And Brad explains that in detail in this training as well. So with that being said, now let me go into, let's see, stop share. All right. So I brought this. Oh, wait. No, actually, I do need to go share. Okay. This is unrehearsed, as you can tell. Let me go back in this share. My apologies. I need to show you something else first. All right. So this is my mom's site. She's not a builder or anything. She's a placeholder to be able to get her products at a reduced price. And if you haven't heard, my mom's testimony is phenomenal, and she just loves this product and she's staying on it. So this is basically her dashboard. All right. So when you log into your back office, if you're brand new, you log into your back office, you're going to see this is your dashboard. You got all this information across the top. And under here, you have organization. In organization, you have graphical downline, and you also have what's called the holding tank. So when you sign somebody up new, they're going to get dropped into your holding tank. Now, they put in some people into my mom's holding tank just for demo purposes. All right. We got Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Pink Panther, and Jasmine the Princess. All right. So we got Donald, Mickey, Pink, and Jasmine. They've been put into my holding tank. Now, the reason why I want to do this training is one of the first things that comes up is how do I put them on my left side or put them on my right side? And remember, we are talking strictly here the team commissions, building out the binary, the left team and the right team. When we do the presentation, you see all those smiley faces, team bonus, get paid 10 to 20% on the lesser team. This is what we're talking about, building that out. You have a left team and a right team. As Brad also explains, and that the fast start business builder, business builder fast start bonus, which is $400 in your first month, right? It's good for your first 28 days. Anyhow, what he's explaining in there is when you bring on people, you're going to put your first two people down your common leg, or he calls it the team leg. All right. How do you know if you're on which side is your team leg? You're going to have to talk with the person that brought you in. If you're brand new, you don't have any other people underneath you, you have to talk with the person that brought you in or their plugged in upline to find out if you're on the left is your common leg or the right leg is your common leg. It's going to be different for everybody. Now, you will notice sometimes, especially people that haven't been building, all of a sudden somebody shows up underneath, right? We talk about that when we're sharing the plan. We talk about it being spillover. That's the technical word, where people above you sponsor and drop them in underneath you. When they do, they're in your organization. You get paid on that for team commissions. Understand that does not count towards your sponsor tree. And again, if you hang on here until the end, I'll explain the difference. But those people that get dropped in from people above you, they're in your business, they're in your organization. Those are coming from your common leg. All right. Just as Brad explains in that video. Here's the deal. What Brad teaches in that, I got to look it up again, business builder fast start bonus training is to put your very first two people down the common leg. So if you don't know which side your common leg is, that's the first thing you got to figure out. Okay. Then the next two people go down the inside leg. So if I was to draw this out, sometimes a picture's worth 1,000 words. Now I'm going to be switching back and forth on this. So you've got you and you've got, actually, let's say this is you and you have a team above you. All right, this is you and you have a team above you. This then becomes your common leg. So in this example, this would be the left side would be your common leg. So your first two people would go over here. And then the other two people would go on your inside leg. This is also called the pay leg, because in general, at least starting out, this is going to be your lesser team. So that's what you're getting paid on, right? I like to call it outside and inside leg. But just so you know, this is the common leg or team leg, as Brad talks about in that team bonus. This is your inside leg. The inside leg is your sole responsibility. The people above you will drop people in underneath you, but only on your common leg or your outside leg, your team leg. That's where people above you are going to drop people in. Okay. Your inside leg is your sole responsibility. So you're going to put your first two people down the common leg because it's a team sport. This is a team effort. And Brad again explains all this. So I'm not going to rehash it. The second two people go over here and now you can start making team bonuses. You only need to have a qualified person on your left side with 60, geez, that's getting messy quick, 65 BV the very first time they sign up or greater. That's the beauty of the way we're set up now. The consumer pack and above all have at least 65 BV in them. So when they get started, they're automatically qualified. All right. Last month, we had that January special. It was only 50 BV. So people were not automatically qualified unless they added a spray. This month's February special comes with 75 BV, right? It's $100 for new members and 75 BV. That's unbelievable. And that is greater than 65, so they're automatically qualified. Remember, when the auto ship runs, it's only 50 BV. But the very first month they signed up, it's not on auto ship, right? So that's the following month. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit of the confusion on that. The other thing that I want to throw out about all that is that we tend to, and this is just strategy, you can do it however you want. There is no set rule. These are all guidelines. This is from experience of building this for a period of time, over a period of time in different companies and working with Brad for many years. We tend to put the family members down the inside leg. And the reason for that is where your primary focus is going to be. And it shows them that you're actively involved in that leg. Now, the common leg, that's going to be, like we said, the first two people. Now, if the first two people happen to be family members, maybe you throw them over. But again, if you've got the first two people that signed up are your family members, but they're going into a holding tank. So they're not placed into this team structure immediately. All right. And if you sponsor a couple more people, now those couple more people could go on the common leg, and then you could still put the family on the inside leg. The other thing about strategy with building out these two legs, there's something called cross-lining. And what you don't want to have happen, what you want to try to minimize, and it's a lot harder this day with social media, what you don't want to have happening is people over here doing business training with these people over here. And there's a lot of reasons for it. So if you got a best friend, say Susan, and she's best friends with Jill, so Susan and Jill are best friends, you wouldn't want to put them on separate legs. You want to keep them together in a leg of business. All right. You wouldn't want to separate them, because what can happen, and this is the reason, I'll just give you one of the reasons why, is let's say down the road, Susan finds another company that she likes, whatever. She, there's a personal challenge going on out there, whatever the reasons are, life happens, right? And Susan decides to leave your business and go to another company. Well, if Jill's her best friend, chances are Jill's going to go with her. And now you just lost volume off your left side and your right side. Whoa, right? But if these two are on the same side, now it's only affected one leg of your business, not both. That's just one quick reason why you want to keep friends together, family members together, because you don't really want them working together as a business. Now, Monday night corporate calls, Saturday trainings like this, that's totally fine. But if you're doing something like team calls, maybe that's with all your sponsor tree, that's okay. But if you're getting into strategy with somebody that's on your left side, you wouldn't include somebody from your right side in that business strategy on your left side. I hope that makes sense. Again, this is, this is going to be recorded again. If you want to listen to this over and over again, or if you got questions, shoot me an email, guy@ciliby.com, and we can have a follow-on conversation. But that is really important to understand. You want to keep the people that are relationships together in the same leg of business. And you certainly wouldn't split up sisters or brothers or siblings unless they absolutely hated each other. And I've had that happen where I was told specifically, do not put them in the same line of business. All right. That's an exception. So you want to keep like-minded people, the people with relationships together in the same leg of business. That's the very first thing to understand when we're talking about going out of the holding tank here. So Donald and Mickey, because they're both with Disney, we're going to keep them together on the same leg, right? And then we got Pink and Jasmine. They could go on either leg because they don't know each other and they don't know Donald and Mickey. They can go wherever we want to. So if this was the order that they signed up on, and Donald and Mickey are part of the family, but we brought in Pink and Jasmine, we can put Pink and Jasmine on the common leg and put Donald and Mickey on the inside leg. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Before I go any further, if anybody has a question, I'll see if I can allow you to talk. Raise your hand on what I've just covered. Raise your hand and let's cover that before I go too much further. And if nobody does, then I will continue to move on. If nobody does, that means maybe I did an okay job explaining that, or you guys already knew it to begin with. All right, I'm not seeing any hands raised, so let's go on. Great. So now, that's the first thing you want to think about when how you're going to be placing these people. How you actually, I got to go shared screen, hold on. How you actually place these people is really easy. This company has made it almost foolproof. And it wasn't like this in the very beginning, believe me. It wasn't like this, but it is now. So I'll just talk about how it is now. It's foolproof. Some people, when they're brand new, if you go into your holding tank like this right here, it says, where do you want to place a selected person? So it seems like you would want to place them from your holding tank, but that's not true. That's not where you're going to place them from. All right. You're going to place them. You're actually going to go into organization. You're going to go to graphical downline. And in graphical downline, you'll see yourself here or the person you're working with. And there's also this little pull down arrow down here at the bottom. Okay. If I click on that, I can go all the way to the bottom left or the bottom right of the organization. Now, my mom, again, like I said, she's not a business builder. So you can see her left leg is built out. That's all spillover. And her right leg, it's got an empty space. So on her team commission, her left leg, she's got people down there, but she hasn't personally sponsored anybody yet. She just got active this week. On her right leg, there's nobody there. All right. So if I want to place somebody out of the holding tank, I click on this place from holding tank right here. Now, if I want to place the first person on the left side, which is the common leg, I would go bottom left right here. And it's going to take me all the way down to the bottom left of that organization. And now I can place. And remember, we are only placing on the outside legs, right? So you're going to place on the outside left or the outside right, which she doesn't have anybody, but as I build this out, you'll start to see it. All right. So if I go down to the bottom left, now I can place pink. I select pink down here. Pink goes up here. And it's saying 4491 left. Well, 4491 is right here, right? 4491. That's Agatha. All right. So, whoa, what just happened here? Mayday. All right. So I could place them right here. Now I'm not going to do that because there's a lot more other stuff I want to explain first. All right. But that's how you do it. So if I want to place from the holding tank, I would place Pink Panther because we said we're going to put pink on the left side, place selected members, and then it's going to ask me to confirm. And if I do that, it's boom, it's going to be placed. I'm not going to do that just yet because there's something else I want to share with you first. All right. So that's that. Any questions? See, I lost my participants. Hold on a second. Any questions on that? That's pretty straightforward. I think everybody on this webinar right now, at least, is very familiar with that. So that's great. Now, what I want to do is just explain a little bit on the strategy of this holding tank. Why do we have a holding tank? When we first started this company, we did not have a holding tank. Well, a few of us, like, we need a holding tank. We want a holding tank. We want a holding tank. And Brad and Marcia Hager agreed, and they added a holding tank for us. So this is a blessing. And you definitely want to be able to capitalize on it. Now, here's the thing. You can place immediately the people that join your business and put them in. You can do that. But I'm going to teach you a strategy right now as to the reason why you don't want to do that. All right. There's a lot of reasons, but I'm going to go back to, I'm going to stop the share. And let's see if we can get this on. Oh, you can see my donut. Let me move a donut out of the way. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. So in our holding tank right now, this is what's in the holding tank that you just saw. We got Donald, Mickey, Pink, and Jasmine. Great. All of us, I lost my other marker. Darn it. All of us, the goal is to have 10 to 12 in process at all times. You're wanting to have 10 to 12 people in process at all times. That's people you're talking with. Now, if you're doing your 10 touches a day, your daily method of operation that Brad talked about again last Monday, if you're doing 10 touches a day, maybe yours is 2 touches a day, whatever it is. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get to this 10 to 12 in process. Not everybody that you talk to is going to want to sign up day one, right when you talk to them. Some will, some won't, right? That's okay. But you want to have these people in process. Let's say, for argument's sake, Donald got started with a pro pack. Mickey got started with a networker pack. Let's say Pink got started with an intro. And Jasmine also got started with a pro pack. All right, that's a lot of volume right there. Now, if you place these people immediately, then you're done, right? You can't leverage these people. But because they're sitting in your holding tank and they haven't been placed into your organization yet, you can use this as leverage. And this is what I want to talk about. In another company, we call this depth charging. I'm not sure what I've heard it called other terms from other companies, but I'm just going to call it depth charging because I know it works, or leveraging the holding tank. And I know David's listening in on this. We did this a lot with David last April and May with his organization when he was first starting to build. And we built his organization massively through leveraging his holding tank and then those of his team. So this can even get to an extra level. All right. Here, what you do is you're going to call, you got these people in your holding tank, and now you're going to call one of these people in your process that are in process. And I call up, let's say I got Jim. And I've been talking to Jim on and off for a while. And Jim's kind of been hemming and hawing, he's one of these guys slow to make a decision. Well, I want to kind of speed up that process. And so I give Jim a call and I call up, hey, Jim, this is Guy. How you doing? Did I catch you at a bad time? No, great. Hey, the reason why I'm calling is, I always use that. The reason why I'm calling is, I know you've been hemming and hawing about Cili. Where are you at right now? What's going on in your life right now? Has anything come to change your situation? And he's going to give me an answer. And I'm going to say, great. I'm going to agree with him and I'll try to talk into that a little bit. And then I got to say, Jim, I got to let you know what's going on. This business is really starting to explode. Things are happening. And I wanted to make sure you weren't going to miss out on an amazing opportunity. I will tell you right now, I have got 4 people that I could put into your business if you decide to get started with a Pro Pack right now. I know you've been deciding, of whether or not to get started. I know you've been kind of hemming and hawing between a networker pack and a Pro Pack. But if you decide make that decision right now, I tell you what, I'm going to put these 4 people underneath you today. And Jim says, sure, that sounds great, Guy. Thank you so much for the call. Here's my credit card. Boom, let's go. All right. Now, for this sake of argument, we're putting all 4 of these people on the same leg of business. So I shifted gears a little bit. And again, this is a training, so just bear with me on this. I'm shifting now. All 4 of these people are going on the same leg of business, but you could do this still with 2 people on the left side and 2 people on the right side, right? I could say, hey, Jim, I got 2 people I'm going to put in underneath your business right now because I want to put another person on my common leg. So you could do that way. But for this, to keep it simple, instead of going left and right, 2, 4, whatever, I'm just going to keep all these people on the same leg of business. And I should have predicated this part of the training with that. Apologize. All right. So all 4 of these people are going to go on the inside leg. All right. On the inside leg for this purpose. So Jim says, yes, he's going to go with a Pro Pack. All right. Now I got to keep in mind what I told Jim I'm going to do. So Jim is number 1 that's going to go in above these people, right? Because guess what I'm going to do now? Now I'm going to go to Susan. Hey, Susan, this is Guy. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, great. Hey, the reason why I'm calling is, you're not going to believe this. Business is exploding. I got 5 people right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jim is number 5. I got 5 people right now I'm going to put into your business. I know you've been hemming and hawing. I know you're ready. And all you got to do is make that decision right now. Look, this is not a business decision right now, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to help jumpstart your business. I'm going to put 5 people in there right now. If you decide and make that decision to come in with a Pro Pack or a networker pack, and you're going to do it. You could do this all the way down to a consumer pack, but why not ask for the moon, right? Understand, we're not trying to get more money from the person. We're trying to help them be successful. Because if you look at all the other trainings that we got, like how to make $2,000 in your first week, you can only do that if you got a Pro Pack. Or not only, but it's a lot easier if you got a Pro Pack. So we want to help these people make money quicker and build their belief. And that's the reason why, to help them get started with a Pro Pack. They also get paid as a C5 for the first 3 months. There's a lot of reasons to help a person understand the value of getting started at a Pro Pack. All right. Not only that, we also have this February special going on right now. So if you can't get in with a pro, an intro, or networker, or a consumer pack, or one of the business builders, the intro, networker, Pro Packs, you can always lean over towards Oh boy. Mayday. You can always go with the February special, right? So, all right, you don't have to be really perfect to make a lot of money here. All right, there you go. Well, now I got that reflection going. All right, you don't have to necessarily get them in with a pro pack, but we want to help them understand the advantages of it. But with this February special going on right now, this is phenomenal. For $100, they get a complete sampling of the products, all the products, right? They get a position. And if they've been hemming and hawing or trying to slow to make a decision or whatever, they say, yeah, I'll get back to you in 2 weeks. I'm really busy right now, but whatever. Those are great people to call up about the February special, right? I'll tell you what, Susan, you get started right now with that February special. I'm going to drop 5 people into your business today. What's your credit card? Let's get you going now. Now Susan comes in. All right. And then I'm going to go to my next person. And maybe that's Fred. And I go, hey, Fred, this is Guy. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, great. Hey, the reason why I'm calling is, and I go through the whole same process. And maybe Fred says, nah, I don't have anything to do with it, Guy. Give me a month, call me in another month. That's great. Okay. Let's say we go on to, Jeanette. So we give Jeanette a call and Jeanette says, yes. Well, guess what your holding tank looks like now? Now it's going to look like Jeanette. Then you got Susan. Then you got Jim. Then you got Donald. Now you got Mickey, Pink, and Jasmine. This is now my holding tank. In several phone calls, it's just several phone calls. I love it. In several phone calls, I just exploded my business with 3 extra business builder packs or possibly February specials that I can later upgrade towards the end of this month. But I got them in to get started, get them product, let them start feeling the difference and get them on their way. Just with a few phone calls. So in the beginning of the week, you start bringing some people in. Towards the end of the week, you can drive a lot more volume down one leg. Not only that, I had 4 people I was going to put down my inside leg. Now I got 7 people I'm going to put down my inside leg. That also increases my team bonus. All right. Now, if you really catching on to this, and some of you probably already figured this out, what if you're not just doing this with you? What if you've got a team? All right. You've got a team of people, and this is your inside leg. This is you, and you've got, let's see, I'll use Dan and Dawn and Laura. You got a couple Lauras on here. So this is you, and then you got Dan, Dawn, Laura. This is your team leg over here. And this is the leg you're working on this week. Hopefully you can see that. This is the leg you're working on this week. Well, guess what Laura's got? She's got a holding tank. Dawn's got a holding tank. And Dan's got a holding tank. What if you leverage what I just taught you as a team on this leg? Dan's got 3 people in his holding tank. Dawn's got 5 people in hers, and Laura's got 2. All right, I got 3, 5, and 2. That's 7, 10 people in my collective holding tank. And maybe you've got 5 in yours. That's 15 people. Now, guess what you do as a team on Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday. Hey, Fred, this is Guy. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, I'll tell you what. We got an amazing thing going on. This business is exploding and I want to help you out. I've got 15 people I can drop into your organization right now. If all these people are going down the same leg, right? Okay. I got 15 people I can drop down your leg right now if you come in with a pro pack. And now I'm going to be a little bit more insistent on the network and pro packs, but you can do this with the February special. You're looking to drive this leg deep, depth charging. All right. We're looking to drive this as deep as we can in a very short period of time. There's a lot of excitement, and you've got Dawn, and Laura all making these calls at the same time. I have at least That way you're going to be safe. I have at least 15 people I'm going to put down your leg if you get started right now with a network or a pro pack. And Fred says yes. Fred comes in with a pro pack. All right. Awesome. Guess what? Immediately a text goes out to Dan, Dawn, and Laura. Hey, I just got a pro pack. Now you got 16 people. So the next time you're on the phone, or maybe you're on the phone with somebody and all of a sudden that text comes in, hey, we just got another pro pack. Tell you what, you get started right now. I will put 16 people underneath you, but you got to make your decision now, because I got a lot of other people. I got 10 to 12 other people I got to call right now. And this thing's going fast. And you're building that sense of urgency. You're giving it incredible amounts of value, urgency, and the takeaway, right? It's the same thing as an initial invite. And you're doing this and you can explode this leg in a single night. This is how you drive pins, your ranks, and this is how you also drive massive amounts of volume, especially towards the end of the month or the end of each week. All right. Like last month, we had the last day of the month on a Sunday night. It was picture perfect. That doesn't happen all the time. So you kind of watch the calendar a little bit, because you want to help people close this out at the end of the month as well. So it's not going to always be on a Sunday night. The last week of the month is going to be the last day of the month that you really want to get involved with this. Anyhow, that is a lot of information. And if you've never seen that before, it is extremely, extremely powerful. And you can drive a lot of volume into your business in a very short period of time. And for people that are in the hunt, what's happened here? The people that are in the hunt and really looking to make big money here, this is the fastest. With VGOs especially, this is a really great way to do it, right? Because if you got VGOs going on and you got 4 people coming in off a VGO, you're building people's holding tanks. And now you can leverage those holding tanks with the way I just taught it. And hopefully that was and it's kind of hard on Zoom and doing this. It'd be a lot easier if we were all in a room and I could stand up on a dry erase board that's not falling down on me, and we could get people to ask questions and kind of go through that. So from that part of the training, and then I'm almost done. Does anybody have any questions? And then I'm going to show you actually the placement and what it looks like. And then I will also show you the difference between the team bonus that we're talking about right now and then the sponsor tree. So does anybody have any questions? I'm talking, it's hard to tell from me because I'm just talking. If you do, raise your hand. I'll be happy to bring you up, unmute you, and we'll get it answered. I see somebody with a hand, and it is Priest. All right, Priest, I'm going to allow you to talk. And you'll probably have to unmute yourself. All right, I think I got you. Oh, boy. Sounds like Mickey Mouse. Sounds like Mickey Mouse to me. Yeah, I'm not hearing. I guess it's my feedback coming in through your speaker or something. I'm going to mute you. Can you try it one more time, Priest? Yeah, I am not hearing you. Okay. Oh, I apologize. Priest, make sure I'm going to go ahead and mute it again. Make sure you email me your question, and hopefully I can answer it that way. Does anybody else have a question out there right now? And I'm going to go ahead and place these people, and then we'll also talk about the difference between team and sponsor tree bonuses. Apologize about that, Priest. Not sure what's going on. So if I go back into my mom's holding tank. So we got Donald, Mickey, Pink, and Jasmine, right? Now we talked about we're going to put 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side. I'm not going to do that because this is live and I don't want to mess up. So all these people are going to go more like what I just talked about. They're all going to go down the inside leg. Now, another part of this strategy on how to place people, or Corinne just raised her hand. Okay, let me go through with this. Corinne, write down your question and I'll get to you. Let me stay on track with this right now. Another thing, I talked about keeping like-minded people together, like family members or, friends and business associates and stuff like that. Here's another consideration that you want to have when you're about to place these people. Of these 4 people, who has who do you see as the largest potential business builder? Of these 4 people, who came in with a pro pack? Who came in with just a consumer pack? Who's got a larger sphere of influence? Who's already built a business? Who's not afraid of making money? Who is, knows a lot of people that can get started with a pro pack? I mean, we're dropping $1,000 is nothing to them. I want to identify, and I'm qualifying these people now, further qualifying these people, because I want to put my biggest business builder in first, potential business builder in first. Let's say it's pink. And remember, all these are going down the right side. So if pink came in with a pro pack, he's a business builder. He knows he's got a good sphere of influence. Those people that can get started with a pro pack, no problems. He's probably going to be my number one guy or gal. All right, that's going to go in first. And then I go, okay, who's the next closest? Well, let's say Mickey, well, he just came in with a consumer product and he just wants to try the product. All right, and he's not really going to be, he could be a business builder, but he's just not really there yet. Well, I can put him towards the bottom of the pile. All right, Donald came in with a networker pack. And let's say Jasmine came in with an intro pack. Well, I'm going to reward the networker pack and put 2 people below him. So my order here now would go pink as first, and then I put in Donald, then I put in Jasmine, and then I would put Mickey down at the bottom. All right, because I want to help the business builder see what this is, what the potential is here. So that being said, I'm going to select pink first. Oops, I got to go. Here I am doing it from the holding tank. You got to go to the graphical downline. All right, I'm going to start building out Mary Lou's right side. So I go place from holding tank. I'm going to select pink. It's going to the right of 1032. That's my mom. Place selected member, confirm it. And I refresh this, which I just went back to the graphical downline. And now you can see it changed, right? Now my mom's got a right leg because this is David Horton's left and right leg right here. Now you can see my mom's left and right leg more clearly. Now we said we're always going to build down the outside. So now we're going to go down pink's right side and place from holding tank. And we said we're putting in Jasmine next, right? Or Donald. I think it was Donald. So now we're going to put in Donald. So I select Donald. It's going to the right of 4511. Place selected members, confirm. I go back into my graphical downline, refresh. And there's Donald. So now I've got pink and Donald down Mary Lou's right side. The next person we said was going to be Jasmine. So I click on Jasmine, place selected members, confirm. I go back into the graphical downline, refresh it. And there's Jasmine. I don't know why this thing, there it goes. Now you can see we got pink, Donald, and Jasmine. This is my pro pack, my networker pack, my intro pack. And the last person we got here is Mickey. Came in with the consumer pack. And again, I'm not telling you that this is how to do it. I'm just letting you know the strategy that I'm teaching to my team and my reasons why. And there you go. So now Mary Lou has got 4 people down her right side, outside right, in that order. Now, if I was depth charging, like we talked about before I placed pink, I probably would put in Jim and Susie and all the other people. But now that's how you basically do it. That's the strategy that I use in doing it. Remember, you're not going to place on the inside leg of anybody in your organization. Some people say, well, if I just help this person get started and then place somebody under here underneath Donald's left side, for instance, you don't want to do that. And there's multiple reasons why. First of all, this person's making money off the team commissions and they haven't done anything. You're building their business. You're also now building 3 legs of business because now you're responsible to this person that you just brought in, right? And put them on the inside leg. So now you're building a left leg here, a right leg, and another left leg. You don't want to do that, folks. All right. Only build on the outside legs for your personally sponsored people, period. I can't stress that enough. I have had that happen so many times and it just doesn't work. So we've got the February special right now. I say load up your holding tanks, leverage those holding tanks, get together with your teams and discuss how you can do that best. If you have further on questions or something like that, shoot me an email. I'll be happy to answer those. Let me go back to, I think Corinne. Corinne, I'll go ahead and unmute you. And Corinne, if you want to, you can try to unmute yourself, see if this works and ask your question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so you kind of answered one of my questions, because I was before I knew to go into the holding tank in order to place. So now we're going to the geographic downline and click from there to go to the holding tank.
That is correct.
Okay, so that
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So that was one question. The other question was, how do you know when to put somebody on which leg, like on the left or the right? I mean, I know everyone's going on the right because you're building your right side first. But okay. So when do you place them on the left?
Great. So I would encourage you, Corinne, to go back and watch that Business Builder Fast Start training from Brad, because he's going to explain that. And again, what you want to do, we're going to put, if you're brand new, and I know you're not brand new, for a brand new person, we're going to put the first two people down the common leg, the team leg, and then the next two down the inside leg. You don't want to just, because then the two people you put down the team leg, remember, each person can bring in 4 people with that, if you get them going after that Business Builder Fast Start bonus. And Brad explains this. So those first 2 people that came in the common leg, they're going to put in 4 people down that common leg each. So that's 8 more people that just went down that common leg.
Okay.
And so your focus primarily will be on the inside leg, or your pay leg, or your, that inside leg. And so you're going to end up probably sponsoring in the long term more people down that inside leg than the common leg. But you're building both. You're working with people in both legs of business. But the inside leg is where your primary focus is going to be, provided you got the momentum going in that team leg. Remember, it's a team leg. So if everybody's putting a little bit of effort into that team leg continues to grow.
Okay.
What can happen is everybody focuses on their inside leg and nobody's paying any attention to the outside or the common leg, the team leg, and it kind of starts to stall. You don't want that to happen either. And if you notice that going on in your business, you need to put more emphasis into that the team leg. I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I think when you go and watch that Business Builder Fast Start training again, it's going to really re-emphasize that whole training.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I got it. But yeah, I'm going to watch it again. Thank you.
Okay, great. Priest, do you want to try again? See if you can. No, still not working. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, Priest, but I apologize. We're not hearing you. So if I don't have any other hands, we're right at 50 minutes. It was a lot of information to make sure I didn't miss anything on my notes. Remember, it's very powerful. It's very duplicatable. Yeah, I was just looking to see if there's somebody else that raised their hand. I thought there was. It's just very, very powerful. And when you understand this, you can build a huge team in a very, very short period of time if you get everybody on the team involved with it. I know we got some new people that got started last month that had some good explosion, and you put this into practice, you can really build this thing big and strong. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and close it down. And if you would like this training emailed to you, my email address is guy@ciliguy.com. I'll be happy to share that with you. If you didn't get that Let's Go sheet and you would like that, I can attach that as well if you ask for it. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Let Brad know if you did and what you got out of it. If you want to give me feedback, regardless, I would love to hear from you. Again, I can't see you. There's no real interaction with this, so it's kind of hard to tell if I'm hitting the mark or I'm off the mark. And also let me know, or Brad know, what other types of trainings you would like. And maybe in a couple of weeks, we can do that one as well. So wishing you guys all a wonderful weekend. Go out there. Let's get those February specials going. Recruit. This is an amazing time to be able to do that. We've got till tomorrow night to be able to place out of the holding tank. And just so you know, that's why Brad sends out that email every Sunday saying, hey, remember, place your members by the end of tonight, Sunday night at midnight. It's supposed to be Pacific Standard Time. I would do it by 9 o'clock or midnight Eastern Standard Time to be safe, because I've noticed it. It's supposed to automatically place down the inside leg. It hasn't been. They're still working on trying to get fixed. So I'm just saying, manually place before midnight Sunday night out of your holding tank, regardless of what's going on. Just make that happen, okay? So we love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Cili rocks. We are headed to greatness in this company, and you are at the ground floor of it all. So wishing you a wonderful day. Bye-bye.